There we go. So for those of you that have seen a lot of what I just did, because I didn't share my screen, I'm going to go through this again very quickly. We want to welcome everybody to our Neora presentation. My background was in restaurants, and over 20 years, a friend of mine introduced this to me, said he was going to send me night cream. I said, why? He said, Jeff Olson, who's the CEO, and that's why I signed up. I didn't think face cream was really going to be my ticket out, so I didn't do anything for 2 years. But when I got laid off, I was a little bit more open to taking a look at it. So I jumped in, and although I tried to do it my own way by selling it, it didn't work. I then followed the system that they have in place, and now I've earned a Lexus car bonus, been on trips, have team that has earned a trip, and thanks so much. And I have team in multiple countries, and I met my fiance through this opportunity. So that's probably the most important thing. To say this business has changed my life is an understatement. So we're going to get right into the information. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share some before and after photos that are really mind-blowing, but it's really why we're here, because our company was built on before and after photos. Everything is better with Neora, and it's because of these products right here. Products are multifunctional, extremely easy to use, so that's why men like to use these. They're safe, effective, backed by science, extremely clean, and they help you look and feel your best. This is one example of many of our products that have multiple active ingredients rather than one active ingredient and then a bunch of filler and fluff. This is my 1 week result with our night cream. Crow's feet, gone. Redness, gone. This is my mom's before and after photo after 28 days. Which is absolutely incredible. This right here is my fraternity brother, Tom. Tom is a hockey guy from Chicago. He's got the accent and everything. His wife saw me on Facebook. She said, you need to try it. This is our night cream, day cream, and cleanser. Ricardo Maldonado from Texas, 90 days, 1 year, 2 years, aging backwards. He actually won our 90-day contest. I'm going to talk about that. Works on all skin types and tones, the dark spots, the even skin texture and tone evened out, the deep lines in the forehead. Tara Adams is on my team. The pore size in her cheeks shrunk. The angry 11's gone. Her skin looks like porcelain. This is Cindy Wolf on our team in Florida. She's like, Tim, I needed a new haircut because I have a new face. And she used Merle Norman for over 50 years and used our products for less than 90 days as a favor to her niece or her daughter-in-law who you just saw. Again, our products work on all skin types, all tones, men, women, old, young, it doesn't matter. This is one of my first fellow employees from Chili's. My first job at 18, I was a busboy, he was a server. He used our eye serum, and his daughter said, Dad, you need to take your after photos. His results are incredible. Carol Klein is a 5-time New York Times bestselling author for the Chicken Soup series. She's in our business. These are her results with our eye patches. This is our cleanser, a Lumen Boost night and day cream, takes away the sun damage. Kate Stevens, she's in the business. She's a teacher. Look at the sun damage, completely gone, even skin texture and tone. Rachel, I'd make that face too if I saw the before and after photo. I mean, these are our acne pads, which completely cleared out her face. Confidence is what we give back. Allie Wedding out in Pittsburgh, the blackhead's gone. This is awesome. Nate Gibbons, he said, Tim, I have blackheads on my Humpty nose, but no longer because our acne pads took that away. They also smoothed out his skin on his cheekbone. A great story here, Diana. She's a friend of a friend. A friend of mine was watching me on Facebook, an esthetician, mind you. And she said, Tim, I have a friend who's a fellow esthetician, can't get rid of her acne. Please help. She's tried everything. I gave her 10 pads to try, and those are her results. Tammy Meese is on my team. She lives in California. The firming cream, which we have, the body contouring firm, firmed up her neckline, her underarm area. Now she walks out of the house with confidence, especially in California when you wear tank tops and swimsuits. This is awesome. This is Kelly Lieberman. She's on the team. She was a customer first in Kansas City. She used our body contouring firm for 30 days. These are her legs. And yes, I have permission to use these and share this. She showed this to her friends at a Starbucks. They didn't believe her. She had to go to the bathroom and show them because they didn't believe the pictures. A Pilates instructor in California who eats well, exercises, couldn't get rid of the baby belly until she used our firm. Men can use our product as well, by the way, for the love handles. And this is Erms on our team in the Philippines. This is with the body contouring firm. Chan Anderson, who's in Australia. She lost 150 pounds. Doctor said, you're going to have to go to the doctor under the knife to take care of that excess skin. Her friend who's in Neora said, why don't you try our product for 90 days? She did, and now she's a walking billboard, and she's one of the top customer getters in Australia. March is Firmageddon. We sell out of this, I think, 3 times last year alone. We call it Firmageddon because of that, but we have a huge sale going on right now with that firming cream. $10 off for 2 bottles and free shipping, or 1 bottle of firming cream with our Invisiblock, which is our, it goes on like a gel. There's no streaking, takes care of UVA, UVB, blue light, and you get $15 off for the firm and that Invisiblock, so you're summer ready. What I said before is we give cash prizes to our customers who submit their before and after photos 4 times a year. First, second, third place, 3,000, 1,000, and 500, 4 times a year. I mean, it just makes sense to take your pictures. And then we're going to go into our wellness products. Here's the deal. We have cellular health products, a brain health product that came out of 20 years research at Princeton University. It's patented, and Princeton gave us global exclusive rights to market it. We have sleep and energy chews, which have ashwagandha root, reishi mushroom, and gut health, which has a probiotic and prebiotic. We literally have products that take a 360-degree holistic approach to aging from the outside in and the inside out. And this is our youth factor. It's an ingestible, it's a pill and the powder, and it reveals brighter looking skin from the inside out. This is awesome. Rod Forrester, he's on the call tonight. Ron lost tons of weight because, his sugar cravings went down. This is 9 months of using our youth factor, which, allows you to have multiple servings of fruits and vegetables, pH balance your body. And this is the side effect of what happens. This is his wife, who, has a pocket full of money, and now she has a head full of hair. Again, we all look in the mirror and see something we want to improve. And this is our youth factor. My friend Dan Duggan here in Chicago saw those results, and he said, Tim, will that youth factor work for me with my hair? I said, we don't market it for it. But how about you take your before and after photo? We have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and let's go from there. This is 30-day results. I say he's a happy guy. Now, do our sleep and energy chews work? Well, a friend of mine recorded her sleep for over a week and took 1 sleep chew. I'd say they work. And the reason why we're written up in all these publications, and by the way, we've never paid for an article, is because of the results that you just saw. Now, our company leadership is everything. I signed up because of that man right there, Jeff Olson. His nickname's the Millionaire Maker, and that sounds super cheesy, but no one's created more millionaires in this industry than Jeff. That's a type of leader I'd want to be behind in this industry. Best-selling author of The Slide Edge. Neora Rhythm is the system he put in place, which I plugged into to have success, and everyone has. Creator of Live Happy, spoken from the United Nations. I mean, I could go on and on about that gentleman. $5 million plus to charitable foundations, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, World Vision, because we are global. #1 in the Inc. magazine, products and services. Fitbit the same year came in number 53. We came in #1. Again, close now to $2 billion in sales. Top 20, 3 years in a row, which is unheard of in the Direct Selling Association. And most importantly is our products. They have ingredients and exclusive proprietary ingredients that you cannot and will not find anywhere else. That protects your business. The industry we're in is $4.2 trillion and growing, evergreen. Forbes says that half of everyone you and I know will perform in the side gig economy. But when things like Uber and all the other ones, you can't perform in because of what's happening in our current society, this is the business you want to look at. And it's literally about inviting someone on here, sharing before and after photos, sending a photo, and using that instead of, and we surpass TV, radio, magazine. It goes from you to your friends. We use Netflix, Uber, Airbnb. Those are all paradigm shifts in their industry. Netflix took over Blockbuster. Uber took over taxis. Airbnb is the largest hotel chain in the world, and they don't own 1 hotel room. All brick and mortar stores are closing because business isn't evolving. It has. It's online, and we perform on that. We use e-commerce with the relationships you have so to offer an unbelievable opportunity. And right now, it's only $49.95 to take advantage of this opportunity. And you get a $20 product discount off your immediate product that you purchase. So that means you literally have a business in a box for $50 and you get tax benefits. It's a win-win-win. You start making money. We believe, though, our opportunity kits are the best products we have. Why? Because you get more product for the least amount of cost. You can come in at 500, 750, or 1,000 if you don't want to come in at $49.95. If you know the more product you have to sample and touch and feel for other people will get you customers and business partners faster. I had somebody that just came in at $1,000 last week, even though she could have come in at $49.95. She wanted people to try the product immediately. But get in where you fit in, but start the business today and let us help you build a business from home. Marketing materials, personalized website, a back office report, access to online training. How do you make money? It's super simple. Do you know 3 people that could use those products? If you do, you get $140 of free product. Do you know a total of 6 people out of the 100 to 400 people in your cell phone that could use those products? You get a $50 bonus on top of your free product. Do you know 9 people? And we could help you find 9 customers that would love those results. You get a $150 bonus on top of your $140 of free product every single month as a bonus. We don't want to stop there. Do you know 3 people who have lost their jobs? You know somebody out of the 2 to 3 million people that are getting laid off? If you know 3 people that say, I see this, I'm in. I know 6 people that could use these products. If you help 3 of your friends get 6 customers and you have 9 customers yourself, in total, you're making $700 a month every single month, whether you work or not. Now you may say, well, that's only $700. And that's right. But $700 goes a long way. Imagine if you had 10 people doing this, 20, 100. That's where leveraged income comes in. And I forgot to tell you, we're launching a hair care product that's going to blow your mind. Never before seen product in the hair care industry ever. It helps with hair growth. And this is Mike Whitney, who you'll hear from. It also helps with shinier, thicker hair. And it also restores natural pigment. You heard me say that right. I'm telling you, you want to reach out to every guy you know and ladies, because this is a woman's picture. But guys are serious about their hair. Free samples, free product, numerous ways to get paid, 14 actually incentive trips, car incentives. We could go on and on. It really is. You can participate 2 ways, become a customer or become a business partner. And in today's society, it just makes sense to jump aboard, get the biggest discount you can on the product, and start making money with us. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to go to Mr. John Downey here in 1 second. There we go. Mr. John Downey, go ahead.
Hey, thanks, Tim. You know, when I was first introduced to Neora, it was about 8 years ago, and I saw it as just a strict business opportunity that it was, and it just made so much sense for me and my family, because I thought if we get another stream of income for our household, you know, 500 to 1,000, maybe 2,000 makes a world of a difference to us. And so I didn't hesitate, got started right away, and I'll tell you, in just a short time, it turned out to be a much more significant income than what I thought it was going to be. So much so that I was able to retire from my job. It was about 9 years earlier than planned. That was a little over a year ago. And it just gave me that option. And if I didn't have Neora in my life, I wouldn't have that option. I'd still be going to work every day. So now I can stay home with my family. And it's not that I didn't like what I did. I was a policeman for the city of Los Angeles, loved the job, loved my family more. So I get to run my little gig, my little side gig from home every day and not have to go to work. So I love Neora.
Thanks so much, John. Don Wilkinson. Mr. Don Wilkinson. He might be having some technical issues. I'll go to.
Well, okay, I'm
there.
Here.
He is. There he is. Donnie.
Yes, sorry, I didn't unmute. Sorry about that. My name is Don Wilkinson. My background was publishing residential real estate magazines. Many people have heard of the Homes of Land Network, and I owned 8 different franchises in Southern California. And that was a great business for 25 years. It did very well with it, and it was just an awesome experience until it wasn't. And that was in 2008 and 9. It was a face plant. The financial world collapsed, and ground zero was here in Southern California. And so for a couple of years, I was working for the company I used to own. Then what ended up happening a couple of years into it is somebody called me like they did with Tim and offered to bring me some face cream. And I said, why? And I wasn't interested, but she did. It was a family member. And she also was smart enough to share a video with me that was actually Jeff Olson. And what Jeff Olson did in that video that he talked about was some business principles that just made sense to me. He talked about the product and the science and the barrier of entry, the first to market, all of those things made total sense to me. Also, he talked about the management team. I mean, legendary in the industry and just amazing, amazing people. And he went on to talk also about the systems that were put in place, and coming from a franchise background, totally understood that. We did a franchise without the brick and mortar. And it just, you know, systems are everything. And the commissions, of course, and that was important. And ultimately, what he said, which really got my attention at that point, was he talked about that we were going to build a culture of making people better and making a difference in people's lives. And that just, I bought in. I was like, I like this guy and I like where he's going. And all the things Tim talked about as well, that were, you know, as far as background he had and everything. So what I'll say is I've been doing this now for 8 years. I've had an amazing run with this and done nothing else. And the future's never looked brighter. So it's an awesome experience, and hope you join us.
Thanks so much, Don. Mr. Mike Whitney.
Hey, Tim, thanks for having me. It's Mike Whitney. I'm originally from Kansas City, small town, Excelsior Springs. My background is corporate sales. Basically, I was stuck and frustrated. I was loyal to a fault. I had 25 years with the same company, years. I worked for a boss hole was the worst thing. And how I was introduced was my wife actually introduced me, and I had zero interest in network marketing and zero interest in skincare. And again, like the other guys before me, I was introduced to the night cream, and I just didn't see how I fit in. But there were a couple things that happened to me. One, I had great results with the product. So now I had belief in the product. And two, I saw my wife having success. And it wasn't so much that she was having success, it was how she was having success. She was simply taking my before and after, showing it to people, and getting great results with people wanting to either use the product, try the product with the 30-day money-back guarantee, or get started in the business. So I watched her for a little bit. I got started. We originally got in the business to try to get our kid through college without, incurring a bunch of debt. And we just followed a simple system of people that were in front of us that were having tons of success. So we, originally got started to get our kid through college. Fast forward 7 years. Our son gets his master's at the end of May this year, and zero debt. I was able to fire a boss hole, and we've been on, 8 all expense paid 5-star trips. We've earned a Lexus car bonus, just a number of things that Neora has brought us. But I guess the main thing is the unlimited earning potential that I never had with that 25-year career. And we're on fire, and we're so excited for the future and what Neora has in store for us. So that's it, Tim. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Mike. Sil Gasparo.
Hey, Tim, Sil Gasparo here from Montreal, Canada. Welcome. Interesting. You got a Canadian on this. This is an international business. My background is actually, I grew up in my uncle's music store, ended up franchising one of them, sold it. Met my wife. We actually franchised 5 fast food franchises. And somebody one day said, imagine a business with no inventory, no employees, no rent, no government paperwork. And imagine the business of wrapping your arms around the global marketplace that said, show me. So that was my first introduction to direct sales, what you're looking at here tonight. And it's changed our lives. And again, we're living in Montreal, Canada. We're fostering to adopt our 12-year-old son right now. And we're able to work this business around his schedule. And we're working it on our terms with what's going on today. A lot of people have had to make some drastic changes in their life, but we've just fit this into our schedule. You heard Tim and many people talk about systems, and I heard a great acronym when we had our franchises. Systems to me stands for save yourself, time, energy, and money. And that's what Neora has created, a system that can allow anybody to participate from wherever you're at on a part-time basis. And I believe that's, we might be planting seeds tonight that might be fermenting in a week, a month, a year, you never know. But this is an absolute amazing opportunity. Back to you, Tim.
Thanks so much, Sil. Patrick Murphy.
Thank you very much, Tim. 6 years ago, my wife became a customer of Neora. And at that time, there was only one product. After she used it for a week, I personally could tell a difference, which was a pretty big deal, being that she got 8 inches cut off her hair one day, and I didn't notice from just being a guy. So the fact that I actually noticed something about her skin was kind of a little bit of an aha moment for her and I. And she decided to become a brand partner. And I was cautiously optimistic, but just a little skeptical of the business model. And what I did is I poured into research in the company. And what I found was that the company did $100 million in their first full calendar year. And I still thought, wow, well, maybe it's just a fluke. And in the second year, they did $200 million. And then the third year they did 400 million and expanded into another country. And I really looked at my wife and I said, it's not a fluke that a company does $700 million in its first 36 months. And that's really what landed us on the Inc. 500 #1 consumer products with a 3,600% growth in those 36 months. So that was really an aha moment for me. I come from a sales background. I came from the home improvement industry, which would probably be the polar opposite of the beauty industry. I went from just a very alpha male industry, and to walk into something like this with a product that works. And over the last 6 years, I've been able to walk away from my corporate job 5 years ago. So I got a chance to work from home for the last 5 years. I have 3 kids now under the age of 11. So it's been a busy time, but as a father, I never would have had this time because I was leaving my house at 5 o'clock in the morning and I wasn't getting home until 10 o'clock at night, typically 6 days a week. And as the money that I was earning allowed my wife to stay home. Little did I know that from her phone, she'd be able to build a business that could retire me from my corporate position and be able to bring me home. Now, with the health and wellness, the probiotics, the sleep chews, the youth factor, and the hair care, in the beginning, I was probably a little bit less comfortable talking about skincare. And with health, wellness, and supplements, I think it's really attracted a lot of men to be able to look at these products, use these products, and give their own testimonial. So as far as timing, there's never been a better time to be a part of what we're doing here. So thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Patrick. Rod Forrester. He's probably got to unmute himself.
Yep, you got to be better than technology.
That's all right.
I'm Rod Forrester. I am a doctor of pharmacology by education, and I was introduced to Neora by Jeff Olson, the CEO and co-founder. Jeff and I have known each other for 25 years, and whenever he brought me to Dallas, asked me to come to Dallas, I looked at it. He knew to show me the scientific research because of my background. So I looked at the scientific papers and I told him, I said, okay, I understand everything is said here. I don't ever need to look at these things again. I'm completely satisfied with the science behind it. But Jeff, I've never sold skincare. I don't know what to do. Then he brought me out the first pictures the company had, and that were the clinical trial pictures. So he used third party on me, the system that everybody's mentioned tonight. And as a result of that, I was so impressed by the science and the clinical trials that I committed to him right then. Now I was retired from everything. I'd been retired for 6 or 7 years at that time. So I came back in and helped launch Neora, and from the very beginning. And in my lifetime, I've been 38 years full-time in this marketing model now. 8 of it, of course, with Neora, 8+. And in my time, I've seen thousands of companies. And during that time, I learned that there's 5 factors that make it possible for a company to be a legacy company. And Neora has those 5 factors better than any company I've ever seen. And I think that's been proven over the last 8 years, particularly you mentioned the numbers that Patrick mentioned. And because of that simple system and the fact that we did have products that worked, my wife and I were able to establish the top income earner position in 15 months. And that was amazing to me. And it's all because of the fact that we have the simple systems. Neora has the 5 factors in it better than any company I've ever seen. And, you know, what happens is we make people better. And I've got something to say about what Patrick said. The best is yet to come.
That's right. Thanks so much, Ron. Always good to hear from you. And Paul Wyatt.
Hey, Tim, I'll go ahead and go. I think Paul had to jump off.
Oh, fantastic. Damon Roark.
Thank you, Tim, for putting all this on. My background is medical sales. I was an athlete in college, kind of just fell into medical sales. or sales, because I graduated around 07, where they were not hiring anybody but salespeople, especially people with no experience. And when I first saw this, I got introduced to the actual product. It caught my attention with the money, the compensation plan, because I was coming from sales, but I tried the product. I saw the product work. I was in my 20s. I realized that I was going to use the product. And if I didn't realize I got no problem selling skincare or lipstick or anything else to provide a great life for my family. But I didn't even realize this was an industry. And for me not to realize it was an industry and I was going to be a customer, I'm not even the key demographic. That's why I really got started and really ran with it, with the expectation of working 5 hours a week for a goal of $500 a month within 2 years. Within 4 months, I was making more per hour of what I was putting into Neora than I was in medical sales. And within the first year, I came over, went full time, and within a year, I'd replaced everything I was making in medical sales. And just to be able to do that and to have the freedom of time now we live in a dream house. I drive the most amazing Ford Raptor you could ever imagine. It was my dream car. But I think most importantly, now that I'm married and have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, I have that freedom of time to be there with my kids where I wouldn't be there normally, right? I would have been out to work and home from work and home late before after they went to bed. So I just think that's why I think this is the most amazing opportunity, because of the products, because of the compensation plan, but also with the people and the system that you're getting. I didn't get this in corporate America. I don't know where else you get something like this for people that are cheering you on, people that have experience. When 75% of small businesses are going out of business, that number would be a lot different if you had somebody who had a system and then coached you along the way. And so that's why I think I really do think this is the best opportunity in the entire world. And I don't use hyperbole often, but I really do think this is the best opportunity in the entire world because of those factors. But Tim, thank you so much for having me on, man.
Well, I appreciate you, Damon, and I appreciate all the men that shared their testimonial today. And I want to thank you guys, the guests, for coming on here. Get back with the person that invited you on this presentation tonight to get all your questions answered, and we'll see you as you start your Neora journey. Have a great night.